Hello friends, you're with Lonesome Gamer, and still I'm playing Dawn of the Zeds. And well, I'm still alive, it's not too bad. I've lost Deputy Schmidt, and the infection level is at 10, so there will be an outbreak probably in the next turn. And I also don't have too much supplies and 0 ammo. But on the other hand, there are not too many zombies on the board, so I think there is a chance I can survive the next turns. So let's draw the next card. And that says Hunting Lodge located. We have no refugee movement, no outbreak. We don't have to consume supplies. The Zeds move in the mountains. There are no Zeds. And actions 3. If a friendly unit ends the action phase in the gap space, roll a die and gain ammo points as follows: 1 or 2, 1, 3 or 4, 2, and 5 or 6, 3. So that is a good thing. The problem is, I think I cannot make it into this space. Oh man. 1, 2, 3. Well, I could actually, if I can manage to bring Captain Piazza. No, the Major, yeah, he's in the city. That's great. Okay, the Major is in the town center, so he can do the traffic control. So I can make it with the Doctor into the gap. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good. Okay, so this will definitely be my first action then. No, that's wrong. Actually, my first action will be healing the casualties here. I can do this. This is the first aid action of the Doctor. I simply, as an action, I can remove casualties from an adjacent civilian unit. So that's what I did here. That was my first action. And then I move 1, 2, 3, 4 to the gap. That was my second action. And let's see. What else can I do? Okay, I think well, it is a little risky to leave Lefty's pass without any civilians, because if there's an outbreak, it's possible that zombies will end up here in this village, and that is definitely something I want to avoid. So I guess I will move the civilians back here. It's not really good to do this, but on the other hand, I think it's the best I can. I think it's just a necessary precaution. Yeah. Okay. And so that was my turn. And now I can roll a die, and let's hope I roll good. It's a 3. Nearly was a 6, but okay. That gives me 2 ammo. That's also not a bad thing. And then we come to the next turn. And that says brains again. Okay, ignore the sequence of play. First, increase the infection level by 1 for every 2 chaos markers in play. Well, that is simply not possible, because the infection level is already at maximum. If the Z unit, well, then in any order, 1 at a time, advance each Z unit 1 space and resolve normally. Okay, so that means we move 1 here. And another one actually here. So now that we have another chaos marker there. Yeah. At the university. Here we go. Okay. Fine. If the Z unit wins a hand-to-hand combat, well, there will be no combat. Okay, so that's basically it. That wasn't too bad. We were lucky here. And then we can draw the next card. And that says now hidden Zeds appear. Refugee movement 2. Okay. So I will first move here my VIP survivors. They go here. And now I will move these refugees here into the town center. And normally this will increase the infection level by 1, but I think that's not possible, is it? No, I think that's all. So what happens now is, first of all, I got two options now. I can either equip them and send them into battle. And that basically means that I can take people from the hospital and send them into battle. But actually I don't want to do this right now because the units in the hospital are not really strong units. So I think I'll wait until until a stronger civilian unit is killed to send that again into battle. And until this happens, I can place the refugees here in the refugee camp. We made it. And I can decide later to arm them if there will be need to do this. Okay, well actually that was not really true. What I can do is, we got that here. I can remove the refugees unit from the map. You may then replenish up to 2 civilian units by either flipping that civilian unit located anywhere except the hospital from its reduced strength side to its full strength side, keeping the casualties marker, or transferring that civilian's unit from the hospital to the town center on its reduced strength side. Okay, so okay, but I think, yeah, I also can protect them in the refugee camp and use them later. But I think it makes more sense to send them back into battle right now, because then I could actually flip this unit here to the 3 side, and they have casualties, which is a little sad, but and I could also flip this unit to its full strength. So that's a very good thing actually. But I might need more supplies, because now I have, I think, 5 units of 6 units at full strength actually. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 5. But that's okay. Okay, so that was the refugee movement. And then there is an outbreak. Yeah, I was pretty sure there would be one. Because we are at 10, so we have to reduce the infection level by 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes here. And then, let me see. It's always a little complicated to keep that in mind. We make a fate draw, exactly. So we have an outbreak at the forest. Okay, and then we have to draw sets from the cup and place it at the chaos space. If there is no chaos space, place the new sets on any village. Okay, and then we have a hand-to-hand fight. So right there will be now a hand-to-hand fight. And we have a zombie marker with strength 6. That is not so good, but okay. So that is double the strength. Yeah, that's double the strength of the defender, but it goes here back to the middle simply because they have barricades. That's tough. Let's see. That's a 6, so this is not so bad, I guess. They take 2 damage, and I take only 1 damage. So I guess I can live with this, and they retreat. And I can shoot them with Captain Piazza in the next turn, so that looks good, actually. I was lucky here. They take 2 damage, and 1 damage from me. Fine. Okay. And then let's see what this fate card brings. Yeah, they fell for it this time. Hold this card. You may use this card once during each Zeds phase to stop one Zeds unit from moving 1 space. It recovers 1 hit and you must roll a die. On a 1, 2 or 3, retain this card for future reuse. On a 4, 5 or 6, discard this card. Wow, that's a cool card. That's a really good one. Okay. And that was the Outbreak now. So, damn, that was a little unlucky. We have to consume supplies, so this goes down. And then it's again the Zets in the forest. At the beginning of the Zeds phase, make a fate draw. Select 1 space on that track occupied by a player unit and conduct an immediate Zeds attack on the equal to column with normal shifts. Your unit suffers losses only and do not retreat. Okay, that sounds great. So, let's see. This is Zeds were weakest. That's where where Zeds are weakest. So in this case, that would be I think that would be the mountain track, because there are simply no Zeds. And okay, so they are equal to, but they have 3 shifts, because it says with normal shifts. They are defending here, and there is a leader. So I think we might be able to survive this as long as we don't roll a 10. And that's a 7, so we don't take any damage. That is very good. And then we have this other fate card here. Drastic times, drastic measures. Hold this card. Play during the action phase. You may spend 1 ammo point to reduce the infection level by 5. That is a great card. Although, yeah, it's really drastic. So, and then we come finally to the normal Zeds movement. That is in the forest. But to be honest, I don't want these guys to be attacked again. So this time I play this card here. Yes, they fell for it this time. So in this case, the zombies don't move, but they recover one hit. And I can roll if I can use this card again or not. And that's a 6. Ah, no. Gotta discard it. Okay. So, and then we got 2 actions. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot with Captain Piazza on these zombies with my first action. And because I'm a sniper, I can use my gunfire fighting value of 4. So it would be great to have an 8. No, I only need a 7 or more. That would be awesome, because that would do 2 damage, and that would be enough to flip the counter. I need a 7, come on. Yes, that's it. Great, an 8. So 2 damage for the zombies. Counter is flipped. They are reduced to strength of 3. And it makes it now much more easier for the people here to defend. Okay. So let's see what I can do now. I got 1 action left. I think I will forage for supplies. I think that's necessary. I'll do this in the town center, actually. And that's a 4, so yes, I was successful here. Found supplies. And that's the end of this turn. Next card. You gotta be kidding. Doesn't sound good. Refugee movement of 2. Okay. So my VIP survivors move here to the west side. No outbreak. And yes, we have to consume supplies, which is bad. Zombies move on all tracks. Oh my god. At the beginning of the Zeds phase, remove all dead Zeds markers from Zeds unit in play. Then place a new randomly drawn Zeds unit on the start space of every track that does not have any Zeds unit on it. Okay, luckily there are no dead Zeds markers there, because I find that always extremely frustrating. And there is only one space. Here we go, the mountain track. They start with 4, which is pretty weak. So that should not be a big problem. Okay, and then we move on all tracks. That is bad. We have an attack here, an attack here. They move here, and they move here. So let's do the fighting. First here. They have a greater strength here, but they're shifted 2 to the left. So let's see. That's a 7. It's not perfect. They take 2 damage, I take 1 damage. They gotta go back. This is a little sad because Now this unit is flipped again. Okay. And then we have a fighting... Oh, of course, the infection level goes up again. And... well, actually, I think... Let me see. And I think in the last turn we actually had 2 hand-to-hand fighting actions. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think so. So this will go up 2 levels. Pretty sure about that. And then we have another one here. So I think this goes up another level now. And, well... That's weird. Is there a casualty marker? Yeah, there is. Okay. And now they have the same strength, 3 against 3. So they attack here. And it would be perfect if they roll a 7 or less. Let's see. Ah, damn, an 8. That's bad luck. So we both lose 2. But the zombies have to retreat. Ah, that wasn't good. That was really bad. So this guy is flipped. Okay. And then... really bad. I think we're done. Yeah. So that was that really bad card here. And of course we have three actions now, so that is at least something we can do. And yeah, we could kill these guys. I'm not sure, to be honest. It would be great to find some ammo. Okay, I think I have to do this. I have to play Drastic times Drastic measures, which allows me to reduce the infection level by 5. So that goes down to 4. So we should be safe there for some time. And then that was my first action. And the bad thing is we don't have any ammo and we don't have any supplies now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get more supplies. And I might also want to move the doctor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. He could move here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, maybe that makes sense. I will move the doctor 1, 2, 3, 4. Give him a chance to heal these guys up there. And then I will forage in the town center for supplies. Oh, come on. No supplies, so we might have a shortage in the next turn. Okay, let's see. No refugee movement, no outbreak. Consume supplies. Where are they all coming from? Another one of these cards. Oh man. Do you believe this? 7. I don't think I have 7 fresh units. No supplies. Again, they move in all tracks. And this time it's really bad because we have to remove all dead Zeds markers from the Zeds unit in play. That is really bad now. They are all removed. This is so painful. Yeah. And now we have... They're moving all again. They control the mines now. So now the situation is really getting quite problematic. Okay, and well, again we have to do the fighting now, and we have here the double column again, so we have to do it in the equal to column. Let's see, that's a 6, okay. Zombies take 2 damage, I take 1 damage. So again I managed to survive it here, but I'm close to dying. It's really looking bad. And then we have the fighting up here. And there it's again greater than. So it's the less than column because of the barricades. That's an 8. That kills my people. And they lose 2. Okay, so now we have a strange situation here, because on the one hand the civilians are killed, on the other hand the zombies did lose the fight, because it's a red number here, and it says here the site whose fighting result is in red must retreat 1 space regardless of what happens to the opposing unit. On the other side it says, engaged in hand-to-hand fighting do not remain together in that same space. In this case, the side whose fighting result is in red. That is really, really strange. Well, I think, to be honest, it means in the case that they would remain together. That's probably the point. I'm not absolutely sure about that, but that's what I read. So in this case I would say they don't retreat, they stay here, and the refugees are now released and move here. And then in addition we have a chaos marker there. And the infection level goes up 2 spaces for these 2 fightings, and we have another hand-to-hand combat here. It goes up another space, and this time, oh man, it's the double column, but it goes back 2 to the equal to column because of the barricades. So let's see, that's a 7, so each one loses 2. Zombies gotta go back, they gotta retreat. And I flip here. Okay. So I think we can say now the situation is simply completely terrible. Oh man. Okay, so we're done here. And then we have only one action. Oh my god. Okay, and I try to get... come on. 2, 3, 4. Well, that is hard to say. Not sure what to do. I simply don't know what to do. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I take the doctor and move there 1, 2, 3, 4. Move here, and maybe that gives me a chance to heal these casualties here. Does that make any sense at all? Well, maybe it's an option. We'll see about that. Okay. So let's face it, that last turn, that was really bad. That was really a bad one. So, now it's getting a lot harder. We don't have any supplies or ammo. And we took some bad hits. Okay. So let's do another one and let's see. That says mine explosion. Refugee movement 1. Okay, so in this case, I'm not sure if I move the survivors. Maybe I should do that. Okay, I will move the VIP survivors into the town center. So the infection level goes up again. And they go now in the refugee camp, and there is no way to equip them. But I can now make a decision. I could say there is a CDC lab technician there and increase the research level by 1 space. I could say EMT expert, heal any 2 units in the hospital. Or a resourceful gatherer, add 4 supply points and 2 ammo points. I could also reduce the infection level by 3 spaces. I think I'll take the supply points and the ammo points. So 2 ammo for a supply. This is really needed now. There is no outbreak. We don't have to consume supplies. We have a Zeds movement in the mountains and in the suburbs. So that is here and here. So they now attack here and, oh man, they're terribly strong actually. Their strength is triple. There are barricades, so we have to use this greater than. And that's a 10, so that's it. Yeah, we take 3 damage. So now we come to the point where where this game starts to break apart, I think. So the zombies now took also Beauville. And these villages are now activated and they become refugees and they try to cross the river and make it into the city. And now they are not so far away from the town center actually, so we gotta find some help there. Okay, and then there is another fighting action now here. And well, their strength is actually the same, but then it's shifted right here onto this 1/3 row, so there should be no big problem. That's a 4, so they take 5 damage. That is amazing. They're nearly killed. So 2 dead Zeds here, and we take no damage. So here, this is a real stronghold here. Okay, and then we have the action. At the end of your action phase, check the status of the mind space. If it is Zeds controlled, lose 3 ammo and any Zeds unit there retreat. Otherwise, place a chaos marker there and retreat any friendly units present. Oof. Oh my god. So I think basically the only thing is that I can do is now to use my ammunition, and then it doesn't matter if I die. Well, we can shoot at these guys, for example. Oh my god. This is really bad now. We have 3 actions. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot at these zombies here. With them, they have a strength of 2, which is not so amazing, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And I need an 8 to be successful here. Ah, yeah, just made it. Perfect. So that's the first good thing for a while. They're flipped now. That is very good. And then I have a second action. And Captain Piazza will shoot. Problem is, she only has a gunfire value of 4. That's pretty nasty. Well, I could also try to move 1 space here with her. And then shoot. Maybe that's a better idea. Yeah. And now, if I shoot now, I have a gunfire value of 4, and I only need a 5 or 6 to hit. So this is my last piece of ammo, and that is my third action. And yeah, well, that would have been enough anyway. So zombies are killed, and this marker goes away now. But the chaos stays, and I think the barricades. Well, that is interesting. Do they stay or not? I'm not sure about that. Well, I think the barricade marker would go away if the zombie would have moved here on the farm. But because this is not the case, because they were killed, I think the barricades stay there. Which is probably a good thing. Okay. And I'm thinking I will use this radio station made operational now to bring more refugees into the game. The question is, where will they start? Highway track, forest track. Well, mountain track. I'm not sure. Maybe it makes sense to do this here on the forest track. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. That is not true, actually. It says at a random start space. So you have to draw another fate card. And this would be the mountains then. Okay. And it says, explosives cache discovered. Hold this card. For one action, you may place the explosives marker on any space with a hero unit. When the next Zeds unit enters that space, remove the marker and those Zeds suffer a number of hits equal to 1 die roll. Well, that is awesome. That is really great. I can try to kill the zombies. These one here, they are too strong for me. Yeah, maybe the doctor can 1, 2, 3, 4. He can move here and then place an explosive marker there. That might be a good idea. Good. So, well, I guess that's it for now. Oh, no, it isn't actually. There is this last thing. At the end of your action phase, check the status of the mind space. It is Z controlled, so I lose 3 ammo. There's no problem there. And any Zeds units, there retreat. Okay. Each unit that retreats suffers 1 hit. So they now retreat and they suffer a hit because the mine exploded. So basically this unit was killed during the explosion. Okay, great. And I think I'm gonna load this up now. Well, that was a tough... I think I had a bad time in the last turns. There were lots of zombies appeared and I don't know. I'm really not happy. But let's see. Let's see what the next one brings. Hope to see you in my next video. Until then, bye.